Caitriona Balfe and Dakota Johnson have a public falling out, forcing Sam Heughan to intervene. The international premiere of Twilight Echoes at the Cannes Film Festival was the most anticipated because of the famous cast. Dakota Johnson played the female lead, and Caitriona Balfe was the main supporting character, but with an extremely important role in the emotional flow of the film. Sam Heughan was invited to attend as a guest of honor, because he and the film director had a close working relationship before. The red carpet stretched out in front of the Grand Lumiere Theatre, lit up with camera flashes, vast logos in the background, models, stars, reporters everywhere. Cannes residents, international guests, and the press almost covered the entire area. Dakota appeared first. She wore a silver, figure-hugging dress with a wide neckline, sparkling under the lights, her hair loose, light but very sharp makeup. She smiled at the photographer, bowed to the audience, her demeanor confident and graceful. A moment later, Caitriona Balfe appeared. She chose a black dress, cut out at the shoulders, a strong stance, and heavier makeup, smoky eyes, a light red lip, that gave her a sense of both power and mystery. As she stepped onto the red carpet, passers-by and cameras turned to her. Sam stood a few steps away, just arriving, smiling at everyone, setting up for his first interview. He saw Dakota and Caitriona approaching. All three of them had to walk across the narrow red carpet to reach the greeting podium. First mishap. As Dakota stepped to the edge of the red carpet to stop in front of a row of reporters, Caitriona also approached her, right on schedule. Caitriona was to have a series of group photos with the main actors, including Dakota. However, at this moment, a photographer accidentally placed himself too close, camera flashing continuously. The light reflected off Dakota's glasses, causing her to blink slightly and take a step back. Caitriona, who was moving behind Dakota to prepare for the group photo, walked faster than expected to avoid being caught in the crowd of cameras. In the chaos of flashbulbs and jostling reporters, Dakota felt uncomfortable. She felt like she was being pushed to the edge of the red carpet, with no room to breathe, while Caitriona, intentionally or not, stepped quite close, causing Dakota to be partially obscured from the camera. Dakota turned around, leaned over, her eyes somewhat dissatisfied, and whispered something. It was unclear to whom, maybe to an assistant or the host. Her voice was a little strained. Immediately, some reporters saw Dakota's expression of displeasure. Some gently exclaimed "Oops" when Caitriona accidentally blocked the camera's view or caused someone else to be obscured. Conflict arose. Dakota, who was fussy about the light and jostling, felt left out in the group photo. She took another step back, causing the silver shimmering dress to lightly brush against Caitriona's skirt, startling Caitriona. Caitriona looked at Dakota. There was a hint of annoyance. She frowned, not saying anything right away, but her attitude showed her discomfort. Many people saw Caitriona slightly throw her shoulders, as if to free herself from the situation of having her skirt touched, and turn slightly to avoid contact. Dakota, feeling disrespected in the group photo moment, said a little louder so that the assistant next to her could hear. Maybe someone should tell the cameras not to flash so much. This light makes people uncomfortable. Caitriona heard it and turned around. If you want, I can step back a little so you can be more comfortable. Caitriona's voice sounded a little cold. It seemed like she was not satisfied with the way Dakota spoke or the way Dakota stood. The moment became tense. The photographer fell silent. A few guests behind her looked on, curious. The live stream camera caught Caitriona's questioning eyes and pursed lips. Dakota replied, a little dissatisfied, "Thanks, but I want it to go as planned. It would be better if we could keep the distance for good photos as we had discussed." The words were just loud enough for Caitriona to hear, but enough to make the atmosphere sink for a moment. Sam Heughan intervened. Sam, who was standing nearby, about to enter the interview area, saw the whole situation. He saw Dakota's uncomfortable look, saw Caitriona's reaction, and realized that it could become an unsightly scene if no one calmed him down. He stepped between them, both to block the flash from the camera and to intervene in a neutral manner. Sam spoke loudly enough for both Dakota and Caitriona to hear, his voice warm. "Sorry, the cameras are a bit too much here, the light is bouncing off, everyone is a little blinded. I think we should move a little to the left or right to get a better angle, so everyone can be more comfortable." Sam smiled a little, put a hand lightly on Caitriona's shoulder, a supportive gesture, and tilted his head toward Dakota. "Dakota, if you want, I can ask your assistant to close the distance of the camera behind you so the light doesn't hit your face too hard." Dakota calmed down a little, took a breath, and nodded slightly. Caitriona also stepped back a little to create space. The three of them took a step back, Sam leading them to a position arranged specifically for the group photo, with softer light, a slightly adjusted background. Recovery and public image. The camera clicked again, but this time, the light was evenly distributed, not blinding. Dakota and Caitriona stood side by side. Caitriona kept a moderate distance, Dakota smiled, Caitriona smiled too, a confident stance. Sam stood in the middle, seemingly supporting Dakota, meaning he stood slightly to the side to block the light. The reporter saw the movement, turned the camera to pan over Sam's shoulder, over the two actresses. They captured Sam whispering to both of them, "Arlington, keeping it nice," and then all three bowed to the audience. Dakota reached out to shake the host's hand, Caitriona bowed slightly to the fans, Sam smiled. Another burst of flashbulbs, this one better. The resulting photos showed the three beauties, their initial tension overcome by Sam's professionalism and handling. The news spread. The images were then posted on social media sites. One photo captured Sam placing his hand on Caitriona's shoulder as if to protect her, to block the light. Another showed Dakota's eyes slightly furrowed, but the softer light made her look more relaxed. A media voice recorded, "When Heather, Sam, is the mediator." Entertainment news sites were quick to report. Minor conflict on the red carpet. Dakota Johnson appeared to be upset by the strong reflection of the camera. Caitriona Balfe was accused of blocking the lens in the group photo. Sam Heughan intervenes to save red carpet photo, Outlander and 50 Shades cast. The moment Sam acted as a bridge between two stars, fans began to discuss, who is more to blame? Is Dakota too sensitive? Or is Caitriona a little tactless? Many defended Caitriona, saying, she just followed the camera. Others said Dakota had the right to ask for better lighting, better photos. Others praised Sam for handling the situation very maturely. Post-red carpet interview. A day later, Entertainment Weekly asked Dakota, "Dakota, did you feel a little tense with Caitriona yesterday? Anything to say about that?" Dakota replied, "I think it was a little uncomfortable at first. The flash was so strong that it sometimes blurred you out because of the reflection, and I just wanted to get a good picture. I didn't want to have any real conflict with Caitriona. She's a professional, I know that. It's just that in those red carpet moments, things can get a little overwhelming with the lights and the cameras." The reporter then asked Caitriona, "Caitriona, did you feel like Dakota was a little too demanding yesterday?" Caitriona smiled, "A little. I think Dakota has the right to ask to appear at her best. If the light is too bright, if the camera makes her uncomfortable, then she should move a little. I don't think I did anything wrong, it was just a little chaotic as is usually the case on a red carpet. And I really appreciate Sam stepping in to make things normal again," the reporter continued. "Sam, do you feel like you have to be in the middle to intervene?" Sam smiled, "I just want everyone to be comfortable and have good photos. I think this event belongs to all of us. If one person is uncomfortable, it affects the spirit of everyone else." Red carpets are usually chaotic with lights, flashes, cameras, strong lights, and if you can do something small to improve it, then you should do it. Small but meaningful consequences. This small but rare conflict news became a cool topic of commentary. No big drama, but enough to remind people that behind the red carpet halo are real human moments, feelings, inconveniences, worries. On social media, some people supported Sam for the way he handled it. He is really like Jamie Fraser, protective, polite, delicate. Some praised Caitriona for her calm attitude. She handled it very professionally, not making a big deal out of it. Some people on Dakota's side. Lighting and cameras on the red carpet are not a small matter. If you find it difficult, you have the right to reflect. A few days later, a fashion blogger posted an analysis of the red carpet photos, comparing the photos taken before and after Sam's intervention. In the latter photo, the light is softer, everyone is in the right position, and the expressions are more relaxed. The article concludes, professionalism and elegance are not only in directing or acting, but also in handling vulnerable moments, and Sam showed just that.